from being tipped as the fight of the year to the odds stacked against the American. Here's why Stephen Fulton versus Naoya Inoue will be a blowout fight. I have to start by addressing the buzz. Fans have been waiting a while for this bout, ever since Inoue made the jump to 122 pounds after reigning supreme at 118 pounds. Inoue is like a wrecking ball in the ring, known for his insane speed, knockout power, and mad skills. But he's up against the proud holder of the WBO and WBC Super Bantamweight titles. Fulton truly believes he's got what it takes to knock Naoya off his pedestal, becoming the undisputed champ. The epic showdown was set for May 7th at Yokohama Arena in Japan. But fate had other plans, as Inoue injured his hand during training. The fight had to be postponed and was rescheduled for July 25th at Ariake Arena in Tokyo. Still, there'd be chance for a KO throughout the arena, with Inoue's mind-blowing knockout rate at an unbelievable 88% compared to Fulton's 38%. But don't sleep on Fulton. He's coming in as the visiting fighter, determined to defend his titles on foreign soil. Both fighters know this is their shot at greatness, as we hardly ever witness a showdown between top-notch fighters like Inoue and Fulton, especially when they're both in their prime. And the best part? The deal was done in a jiffy, without any messy public negotiations or Tyson Fury-type drama. If Inoue comes out on top, he'll join the ranks of boxing legends like Canelo Alvarez, Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, and Kazuto Ioka as a four-weight world champion. How he got to this point is very impressive. Inoue started making waves in boxing's second smallest weight class, knocking out Adrian Hernandez to snatch the WBC light flyweight world title at 20 years old. Inoue defended that belt once before deciding to move up in weight. He could have easily conquered the flyweight division, but he wanted a challenge. He jumped straight to super flyweight, stopping Omar Narvaez in 2 rounds and claiming the WBO world title. At the age of 21, he became a 2-weight world champion. But Inoue's hunger for unification fights wasn't satisfied at super flyweight, so he made another jump. This time, he went all the way up to bantamweight. Size didn't matter to him, as he destroyed Jamie McDonnell in the first round. He defeated Emmanuel Rodriguez and had a thrilling rematch against Nonito Donaire to become the unified IBF and WBA world champion. This made him a 3-division king. The pandemic may have slowed him down, but Inoue was determined to achieve his ultimate goal, becoming the undisputed king at bantamweight. In a rematch against Donaire, Inoue knocked him out in 2 rounds to claim the WBC crown. Just when you thought he was done, he faced WBO champion Paul Butler and defeated him in December 2022, sealing his status as the undisputed champion. With all 4 belts in his possession, Inoue vacated them, announcing his plans to move up to super bantamweight. There's a reason people call him the Monster, with a deadly fighting style to back that up. Inoue's secret weapon is his jab, a part of his game that's seriously underrated. The Monster uses his jab to feel out his opponent, applying pressure and maintaining distance and respect. But here's the thing, he doesn't only stick to the basics. He mixes it up by throwing straight jabs at the body, messing with his opponent's rhythm and keeping them guessing. This leaves his rivals uncertain about what combinations he'll unleash or how much power he'll bring. That's when the Monster strikes with his favorite left hook, finishing off his opponents in style. Manipulating his rival's guard is Inoue's specialty. He's a master at changing the variation of his combinations, leaving them scrambling to figure out how to defend against his onslaught. It's pure chaos for them. Inoue's defense is seriously underrated as well. Although he hasn't been tested too much, it's safe to say any top competitor will have a tough time against him in his prime. When up close, he'll adopt a high guard, subtly stepping back or pivoting to minimize the impact of his opponent's punches. He's also a master at smothering his opponents, using his arms to catch shots and counterpunch without getting tied up. You might even catch him using a Philly shell shoulder roll or a peekaboo style like Mike Tyson when things get intense. But then come Inoue's deadly body shots. This guy knows how to find openings, whether it's through his high-low punching variation or creating angles with relentless pressure. When it comes to finishing off opponents, he has a favorite target, the body. But finishing Fulton isn't going to be that easy. The 28-year-old American has built up an impressive track record with 21 wins and no losses, knocking out 18 of his opponents along the way. He's claimed the WBO and WBC Super Bantamweight titles by defeating some tough competitors like Angelo Leo, Brandon Figueroa, and Daniel Roman. Fulton's a slick boxer who shines as an outboxer or counterpuncher, but don't be fooled. When the chance presents itself, he's not afraid to get on the inside and seize those opportunities. Fulton's jab game is on point, and he's constantly switching up how he uses it. This unpredictability messes with his opponents' heads, causing hesitation and making them struggle to keep up with his moves. He's also a master of footwork, using slick foot pivots to get out of trouble, especially when things heat up in the ring. Watch him move and bend at the waist before swiftly dodging blows, giving shades of legends like Rigondeaux and Mayweather. It takes serious skills and impeccable timing. Don't forget about Fulton's ring IQ. He's certainly one smart fighter. He understands the significance of distance and controlling the pace of the fight, knowing when to close in and when to create space, and always keeping his opponents guessing and off balance. But his weaknesses will be tested against the monster. The Philly fighter's not exactly the most aggressive or exciting fighter out there. He's not the type to impose his will and spectacularly finish his opponents. He relies more on his skills and ring IQ to win rounds instead of going all out for dominance. Plus, he lacks a bit in the power and speed department compared to Inoue. On the flip side, the monster packs a serious punch and can hurt Fulton with either hand. Fulton can be slick at times, but he ain't untouchable. He does get hit, and he's got his fair share of flaws that Inoue can exploit. Fulton believes people put too much emphasis on Inoue's knockout record, arguing he hits harder than his 8 knockouts might suggest. He truly believes his intelligence and skills will be more than enough to conquer Inoue, even in the monster's own backyard in Japan. Steven says he's going to bring his swag, style, and class to the fight, confident that power won't be a big deal for him. While fans might be fixated on records and knockout ratios, Fulton questions the caliber of opponents Inoue has faced, claiming nobody has mixed it up quite like him against Inoue. He's got a unique style for every fighter, and he's ready to prove it in the ring, something the boxing community doesn't agree with. When it came to predictions for the Fulton versus Inoue fight, the pro boxers and experts have spoken, and they're heavily favoring Inoue. They're all about his exceptional skills, knockout power, and overall dominance, which they think will secure him the win. While they give props to Fulton's talent, they believe he's in for a tough time against Inoue's relentless onslaught. Take Jason Maloney, the WBO World Bantamweight Champion, for example. According to him, when Inoue hits you, you really feel it. Maloney thinks Inoue will stop Fulton in the later rounds, around 8 or 9 maybe. He thinks Fulton's lack of power will be his downfall. Sure, Fulton might have his moments and maybe snatch a round or two, but Maloney doesn't think he's got the power to stop or hurt Inoue. To Maloney, Steven would have to be flawless every second of every round to win, while Inoue only needs one perfect moment to take the fight. That's the advantage of having the power Inoue possesses. Then you have Robin Safar, an unbeaten cruiserweight who's in awe of Inoue. Safar calls him the real monster, solid and packing ridiculous power. And let's not forget Antonio Zepeda, the unbeaten heavyweight who's also rolling with Naoya. Zepeda believes Inoue can punch, and his elusiveness makes him a tough nut to crack. Plus, going to someone's backyard and beating them, especially in a different country, is no easy task, which is why Zepeda is rocking with Inoue.